Cancers, welcome to your love reading for July 2020. Keep in mind this is a general reading. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email. My email is below and we can go ahead and set that up. And then keep in mind, as always, I'm leaving a link below for what your love interest is thinking or feeling, whether it's a crush, a current, an ex, or soon to be ex. So be sure to check that out after your video. So let's go. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, and your insight for Cancers, for love, for July 2020? What do you see? What do Cancers need to know to reach your higher ground, become closer to universe and closer to divine, in love, for their greater good? Any messages you have for Cancers, July 2020 would be greatly appreciated, and we thank you. Influences that Cancer that you all have passed out of. Cancer has passed out of prior to July. We have the Four of Pentacles in reversed. Okay, also check out my playlist. In there I have my 2020 Sun Moon predictions. I have what is your ideal career based on your midheaven, and what is your compatibility with your partner's sun sign. Energies you can expect in July is the Four of Swords in the upright. Ask me a question on Instant Go. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Like, share, subscribe, and or donate. And the energies as you pass out of the end of July is the High Priestess in reverse. Alrighty, clarifiers on standby for you guys. Okay, so energies prior to what I'm getting with the Four of Pentacles is you have released something. I think you were holding on very tightly to somebody or a relationship or a situation of some sort, and you've just kind of decided to let go and release it. Maybe you figured out you were holding on to it for the wrong reasons. You could have been holding on to it because you know, you were being selfish, or maybe it was shallow, or for whatever reasons. But I feel like you just got tired of doing that, so you decide to go ahead and just kind of set them free. I feel like it's a little bit of that, you know, if you love them, set them free. If they love you, then they'll come back. If not, then kind of the oh well, you know. So as we move into the energies in July with the Four of Swords in the upright, so after this period of releasing this person that you were just kind of clinging on to very tightly, I feel like you go into this period of rest, okay? Because I feel like holding on to the situation, the person, whatever it was really kind of stressing you out to a degree. So, and it took you a lot to let go. Trust me, for you Cancers, it takes a lot for you to let go of something, unless somebody's betrayed you, and then you'll cut somebody in a heartbeat. But it is hard for you to do, but I think you realized it was just a little bit too much. So in the period of July, you need to rest, you need to renew yourself, you need to heal. So you guys are kind of going back into your shell and kind of doing all that. You know, just being by yourself, being isolated, being, you know, secluded for a period of time, just so you can figure things out, or so you can recuperate from everything that holding on to this has literally taken out of you. Now, as you move forward, we have the High Priestess in reverse, and I'm not real happy with that card, because I almost feel like with this experience that you've had, you've decided going forward that you're just going to block your intuition, your spidey sense that you have. You're not going to follow that anymore, because I feel like this was such a bad experience and it led you down this path that going out of July, one of the things you actually came to the conclusion in July during this period of, you know, thinking about things, which this is really supposed to be used for positivity, but I don't feel like something positive actually came out of it, because I feel like you're telling yourselves, okay, from now on, if I feel like I connect with somebody and I feel like it's the right thing, I can't trust that. So you're kind of telling yourself that you went down the wrong path because you trusted in it before. For some of you, you might have kind of analyzed during this period of time why you trusted this person or why you went down this path. And one of the reasons might have been because you were very vulnerable at the time, or you needed validation at the time. And maybe you're coming to that discovery, okay, kind of revealing that to yourself. So we'll pull some clarifiers and get a closer look at this. So why is the Four of Pentacles here? Why have these cards turned around as another... That's so that I can bend them the other way so they don't get all, you know, curled up. Why is the Four of Pentacles here in reverse for Cancers in regards to energies prior to July? Who is this person? What is this energy? Yeah, this person really came on strong, super romantic. You had a huge emotional connection to them, totally swept you off your feet. You might have thought you were going to have children with this person. You might have children with this person. It really did seem like a fairy tale. And maybe it might have been what you were holding on to. The Knight of Cups is very romantic, don't get me wrong. I mean, and he's really emotional, and like I said, he just kind of wraps you up, and for everything else just kind of fades away, but he's not a long-term person. And I think you were kind of looking for somebody to kind of make a home with, to nurture the home, to build a home, have kids, have this very abundant and beautiful, because you guys are all about the home and domestic life, let's just say that, and all about that. And I think that's what you were considering creating with this person, but it kind of looks like they weren't a long-term type of person. They were all about it in the beginning, but then I feel like it started to fall apart, and you continue to hold on to it. And I think you started to see this dream you had of building something long-term with them starting to kind of fall apart. This person has other things that they're kind of doing, and they put that ahead of family, they put that ahead of love, they put that ahead of other things. Family, home, any of that, kids was not a priority for them at this time. And I think that's why you had to release, because you knew that was something that you really wanted to. You probably held on to it longer than you should have, hoping that things would turn around, but that didn't end up being the case. So, I mean, you're to be commended that you actually let go of this. Like I said, I know it's really hard for you all, and seeing how this actually started off, and your intuition did play into this, because you guys are very intuitive. When you felt this connection, you just felt like it was right. You're like, this is absolutely right. This is what I want. This is probably what they want. How can they not? And then that really didn't end up kind of going that way. So here you are kind of by yourself in July, not wanting to, withdrawing. I mean, I feel like with you guys, you don't want to have like these deep discussions. Sometimes you just want to be left alone. You don't want to have these deep like conversations about your emotions and what you're going through with people in general. I'm not saying with your loved ones, but you just kind of want to be left alone for a little while. Why is the Four of Swords here in the upright? Who's this person? What's this energy? Additional messages for the Four of Swords in the upright. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, you just want to be left alone. And anybody that's coming to try to knock on your door, you just sort of feel like they're in your space. You don't really want to have anything to do with them. You just kind of like set up these walls. You're like, just leave me alone. And like I said, if anyone comes around, you just like, you're saying, hey, you know what, you're kind of violating my boundaries right now. This is how things have to be. Please don't push up on me. Please don't pressure me into telling you what's going on or anything of that sort. Four of Swords again, so doubly so in regards to kind of meditating, licking your wounds and what have you, but doing it very solitary. You're just thinking about how this partnership has kind of fallen apart, how you had all these visions, all these kind of plans to do stuff. You were looking kind of way ahead and kind of kind of planning in your head what you were going to do, and this partner just did not pull their weight, or you couldn't trust in what they said. Might be kicking yourself a little bit. There might have been some red flags, some things that you overlooked that you're thinking that you should have seen. And maybe that is where you blocked your intuition also, where this stuff kind of came up and you said, no, that's not where this is going, because, this is so fantastic. This was meant to be. And so that's part of the problem in July that you're kind of dealing with. So let's see what's going on with this High Priestess here. I think part of it is you wanted this so badly that you might have blocked your intuition a little bit. There might have been something tweaking at you saying, this isn't quite right. There was something about this person, their body language, maybe things you were picking up on, and you kind of talked yourself out of it because, you wanted this so badly. Why is the High Priestess here in reverse for Cancers? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages Page of Cups. Okay, this person might come back with an apology. Yeah, they might come back with an apology. But you're not going to take up the apology. Okay, so they after July, I see them coming back saying they're sorry. They could actually be bearing gifts of some sort, saying, you know, I'm sorry, we're on the same page, or we weren't on the same page. They might want to get on the same page, but I see you not kind of accepting that apology, continuing to release them, because you don't really feel like you can trust this. So, and I think that you kind of cleansed yourself in July of those energies. So when they come back, you're a little bit stronger in regards to this. And I see them making the offer, and you're totally disinterested in it. You're actually concentrating on other things right now with the Four of Cups. They're coming in with this offer, this apology, or what they have the second time around, and you don't have an interest. You're focusing on this rebuilding, wanting to be left alone. Look at the guy's arms crossed. He's very standoffish. I feel like that's how you are when they sort of approach you. Like I said with you guys, once someone, you know, messes up your trust one time, you only get one time with a Cancer, and after that, forget it. You're never getting back into their inner circle again. And I do think a little bit of this High Priestess here in reverse is you all kind of, like I said, you know, kicking yourself for having not listened to your intuition in regards to this person. And here they are again. And the Page of Cups, you know, of course he's also very romantic and what have you, but he's also he's immature. So, I mean, this person between the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups, to me, here they were the Knight of Cups and now they're the Page of Cups. It doesn't seem like any maturation has kind of happened in that regard. If anything, they've become like more immature in regards to emotions. So I don't think you necessarily want to take that cup or deal with this or kind of go around this again, because it deeply, deeply hurts you. To think this was going one way and then it was a kind of kick in your gut to find out it wasn't. And it took a while for you to heal from it or even begin healing. So you don't want to kind of jump into that again. So that's what I have for you all. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email. Click on the link below. It'll take you to what your love interest is thinking or feeling, whether it's a crush, current ex, soon to be ex, or this person. Check out my playlist. 2020 Sun Moon predictions are in there. What is your ideal career based on your midheaven? What's your compatibility with your partner's sun sign? And then ask me a question on Instant Go. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Like, share, subscribe, and or donate. Adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.